Hello and welcome. Today we are talking about Chainsaw Man. This manga right here, I'm going to recommend you to read it because it's a really good manga and I think it's a very good story. And this is the team I've been choose for this project, this final project about the class. So, to begin, I will tell you what is this manga about. The history, the characters, and the way the author talks to you about the history of the manga. So, what's the name of this manga? What is talk about? Well, the name is Chainsaw Man. In Spanish is El Hombre Motosierra o El Chico Motosierra. This manga talks about Denji, a 16-year-old boy who is forced to work as devil hunter and for paid to the yakuza about the dove that his father left alive. For very curious circumstances, Denji gets transformed into a demon. He was not possessed, but he turns into a devil and transforms into a devil in the Chainsaw Man or the demon Chainsaw. So, for very curious circumstances, Denji being forced to work in a government association called Public Security, who is controlled to kill demons and controlling demons and capture demons for his own purposes about the country, who is Japan. There is something I don't really told you when what is Chainsaw Man. And Chainsaw Man is this. It's a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Tatsuki Fujimoto. And the first time the series was serialized is in Shueisha Shoukan Shonen Jump. And the Shonen Jump is this magazine very relevant and very famous in Japan and also in the rest of the world. So many series of manga who is being so excited and very famous are One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball, and others. Well, this is where they come from in that magazine. The first time that was published was in 3rd December of 2018, and it not conclusive, but well, not finished. Must be the first part finished in 14 October of the 2020, at 2 years ago, and the second part of this history is actually a few months ago being releasing with the chapter 100 102 or 101. I don't really remember, but the second part is already available to see, watch it, and read it. Now, recently, Chainsaw Man have an anime series adaptation. This anime series it's really new. I think it was the past 4 or 6 weeks ago when the first chapter appears. It was in October. I don't really remember the day specifically October was released, but it was in October. It's a very new and very famous anime adaptation in this, in this time, and everybody's talking about her, and I think it's a really good animation. So if you don't want to, I really recommend you read the manga because this is the original format and this is the original history that the author tries to tell you. But if you are looking some like action, more real action, and to see the characters talking and moving and doing all these scenes that in the manga well doesn't do, you can watch it. Real and in this moment are like 6 episodes. Tomorrow release it the episode number 6. So you're going to start it in the half of the series, because the series is going to be a, a take 12 episodes, so are really easy to find them. And if you have the subscriber to Crunchyroll, you can watch them the series there. If I really, I mean, I try to tell you very in a short moment, because this video have to not but not pass it about 5 minutes. So if I to have to be very short with my conclusion, is I think it's a really good manga with a plot and different way to of telling the history compared to other shonen manga that are also published in the same magazine. The humor, the situation, the principal character Denji is something really different about other stories, because Denji doesn't want to be the pirate king or the Hokage or be the most powerful man in the world. He only wants to live a good life, a normal life. He only wants to have a girlfriend and go to have a dinner with his friends. He wants to have a family. He wants to have a normal life that you and I have, and that's something not so much deep in a character, but it makes him very interesting, because it's so different, and the way he tries to be, or the way he is like a person, is so different, and you can actually sometimes take him so seriously, but he's so funny in the situations, and in the way he is like a person who really makes you laugh and makes you think what's happening with this character, not. And actually, the principal reason I recommend this manga it's because the first time I read it, I don't expecting nothing. I just was like, oh, this is a new manga that everybody's talking about, and maybe it's not so good. But when I finished the first volume, I really said, well, this is very different, and this is good. This is very good. And now, with the second part of the history, the second part even it's more good, because it's not so concentrated in the protagonist Denji. Mm, this time it invokes in another character who names doesn't remember now, but you know the author tries to tell the story in different ways and in different point of views, and that's very interesting, because not so many authors doing things like that. They always do like if they have a formula of how to talk or how to tell histories, like this is one way, and then have to go like this. But this author not does that. He really tries to do something very different about the others, and it really shows them in his manga. So for my conclusion, I really recommend it. The drawing, the style of drawing, it's very good. The history is very good. The characters are very very good. Even the characters, so many not so very important, that are of support, have so many personality, and it's are so very recognizable. the the characters will be in your mind, and if you see an image of that character, you will say, oh, I think character is from this manga. I remember it, because it's so different and it's so recognizable that you every time you see it, oh, it's that. And I think that's all for this conclusion. And there is nothing more to say about this animation. And in the link of this presentation, I'll give you the trailer. I think the trailer will be the much better way to show you what have to to show you. So goodbye, and thank you for watching.